We are at home cooking with Miss Brenda D. So welcome from Miss Brenda D and her family.
Hello everyone. How y'all doing on this nice, beautiful day? Today we're making some old-fashioned hamburger steaks with gravy. Come on y'all, let's get to cooking. Here's our seasonings. I have onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. And I also have a medium onion that I have chopped. We're also using 4 pounds of ground chuck. Okay, in this large bowl, here I'm sort of breaking up our ground beef, preparing it for our seasoning and our onions. Like I said, I'm going to use maybe like 4 pounds of ground beef. I'm not going to use this whole package. Here we're adding salt, our onions, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm using this amount of onion powder and garlic powder because I want our hamburger steaks to be flavorful. Next, we're mixing in our onions and our seasonings into our hamburger meat. Mix them in well. Make sure your seasonings is mixed in through and through. Next, we're patting out our hamburger steaks, and you can make these round or oval. I decided to make mine oval today. That way they are shaped sort of like an actual steak. I'm placing them into our skillet. This skillet has been preheated, and I have it on like a medium heat for now. Since I have placed all our hamburger steaks in our skillet, now I have turned up my heat to a medium-high heat so that they can brown on both sides. Here, as you can see, I am checking our steaks to make sure that they are browning well. They have been cooking for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, but time to time check to see if they have brown, and if they have, you can turn them over. Time to time, make sure you go and flip them over to make sure they're cooking evenly, because that's what we're looking for. So I have turned my heat up just a little bit so they can brown a little bit better. We're going to cover these and let these brown and get fully cooked, and we're going to be right back. Okay, our hamburger steaks are ready. As y'all can see, they have brown on this side, and this is what we're looking for. And I have let these cook for like maybe 15 minutes or more. but it's all up to you. Some people don't like theirs fully cooked, but I do. So I let mine cook like 15 to 17 minutes, and so they're ready. Okay, now we're going to remove these from our skillet and place them into a bowl, and so we can start preparing our gravy. I'm going to take our skillet off the heat, and I'm going to remove maybe half of this oil, and then we're going to the next step. Here I decide to add a little more oil back in because I wanted to make lots of gravy. All depends on how much gravy you're making. So I decided to use a little bit more oil so I can make more gravy. But it all depends on you. If you want a small amount of gravy, use a small amount of oil because the oil is what's important in making your gravy. Here I'm adding in a half a cup of flour. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint how much I'm using. I'm using approximately a half a cup of flour. And we're mixing our flour into our oil. And as I can see, I'm going to need a little bit more oil. Now, this is what we're looking for. We want our flour and oil to turn into like a paste. And so that way, when we add our liquids, it will dilute it and it will become a silky smooth gravy. And so make sure you mix that flour and oil in well before we add in our liquids. And don't worry about the residue at the bottom. Believe me, that's some good residue, and it's gonna make some good gravy. What I'm doing now, I'm letting our gravy get to a darker color. I want like a golden brown gravy, so I'm letting it cook until the longer it cooks, the darker your gravy will be. So I want it like a golden brown color. And I'm going to keep stirring this up and mixing this up until I get to the color that I'm looking for. And I'm going to be right back. Okay, another thing. While your gravy is cooking, don't cook it on a high heat. Cook it on maybe a medium or medium high heat because it will burn. So we're browning it, but we're not browning it fast. So make sure you don't have your heat up too high. Okay, I have let it cook a couple minutes. As y'all can see, it has turned a darker color. And so this is what I'm looking for. Like I said, that residue under there, don't worry about that. That is some good. It's going to make some very, very good gravy, okay? And so now it's time for us to add in our liquids. What I'm going to use is some beef broth and water. Here I'm adding in some beef broth. I'm adding in like a cup of beef broth. I'm going to let that brown some more along with our gravy. And that's going to help with the color as well. Or you can use straight beef broth or straight water. If you don't have the beef broth, that's no problem. Your gravy will still be good. And as y'all can see, as I'm stirring this, the residue at the bottom is beginning to leave, as you can see at the bottom, and it's going into our gravy, and it's going to be such a delicious gravy. And so what you do now, you just continue to stir on a medium high heat. Just continue. If your heat is too high, turn it down to a medium heat because we don't want our gravy to burn. Just keep stirring. You can whisk it or stir, whichever way you want to do. You can use a whisk. And it's going to become so silky smooth, but delicious. I'm also adding water. I have added probably maybe a cup of water, but it all depends on how you like your gravy. If you like your gravy thick, use less water and broth. If you like it thin, use more broth and water. Like I always say, make this recipe yours. Make sure to keep stirring because this is what makes your gravy smooth. So, yes, just keep stirring until you stir all the lumps out and get to the smoothness that you're looking for. Because the more you stir, the smoother your gravy will be. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. As y'all can see, this gravy is so silky smooth. Okay, I have tasted and it needs a little salt. And so I'm adding a little more salt to it. And I'm also going to add some onion powder as well. So make sure to taste to see what it needs. And what I do, I always add onion powder to mine, and if it needs a little salt, you add a little salt. And if you want black pepper, add a little black pepper to yours. Like I say, make this recipe yours. And y'all, when this gravy was finished, this was so good. Okay, I'm going to give this gravy a quick stir, and then we're going to add in our meat. It's time to add in our meat because our gravy is complete. Okay, now we're adding in our hamburger steaks. Y'all, they are so good. What we're doing, we're adding them back into our skillet, and then we're going to cover them up with our gravy. These are ready. You can serve them as is, or you can just let them cook just a little bit more, let them simmer with a lid, and then serve them up. Like I say, they are ready now. It all depends on you. Sometimes I let mine smother and in the gravy for maybe 5 minutes. Just let them simmer a little bit, and then they're all ready to serve. Okay, I decided to let mine simmer for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to be back with the final result. Okay, y'all, we are back. I hope y'all enjoyed cooking with me as much as I always enjoy cooking with you all. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell to get our new and upcoming videos. And to all our new viewers and subscribers, you are welcome to our channel. My thought for today: no one can stop you from achieving your dreams and goals but yourself. So dream on. As always, I'm going to say, y'all have a blessed day, and bye-bye for now. Love y'all. Stay safe and be blessed.
We are at home cooking with Miss Brenda D. So welcome from Miss Brenda D and our family.
That's a hit!